Hello, this is Nye McGee with EURweb.com, Don and Dexter. Thank you so much for giving me your time to speak about this fabulous series. I am nearly done watching it. I'm on episode 7. Love, love, love this show. I cannot wait to finish it. And
Everybody
so,
dies at the end.
Oh,
no.
Spoiler alert.
what's this Endgame? That's the other,
Sorry.
other franchise, Don.
Right.
Yeah.
First question is for Mr. Don. How did you prepare to portray J.D. Hudson, one of the first Black detectives in Atlanta's desegregated police force, and what drew you to this role?
Well, Kevin and Will called me about the part. I didn't know anything about the story specifically, but I was really intrigued by it. Not only the specific story, but Atlanta during this period of time. And then, when I became aware of who the cast was, I was, similarly excited. And then once I took it on, just started getting into the research. JD is a real character, is a real human being that existed. So to be able to look at the resource material and look at interviews of him, see, read up about what was happening in Atlanta and the police force during that time. But our script is the Bible, and that's kind of what we go on. We know that the people that wrote the script and worked on it, Shay, our creator, showrunner, did a lot of his own research. He's from Atlanta.
Also from Atlanta.
Yeah, so we got a lot of good intel from him. Sam Jackson was living in Atlanta at that time period.
Sam came on Morehouse's
It
campus.
was a wealth of information for us. So it was just exciting to have the opportunity to jump into these shoes with production value that's so high that made you feel like you were really in the right place.
And I kind of want to piggyback on that, expand on that a little bit. The film obviously is based on a true crime podcast and involves significant historical events. How did the real life aspects of this story influence your performance?
For me, it was really just studying Muhammad Ali and what he was going through at that time, because the events of this show are definitely apparent and real, but what Ali was going through not being in the ring for those 3 years, from 1967, 68, 69, et cetera, whenever, 68 to 70, really. But where he was, what his mentality was, what the civil rights movement was doing, and why he was so stout on what he did. And so that's just really my research, to be honest. And the podcast, of course, like true crime, like we have such a beautiful piece of literature to go from and listen to bring these performances to life.
Yeah, Dexter, watching you as Ali, it was just, you did such a dynamic job taking us into this world for the brief moments that we saw you in the first couple of episodes.
Quick, I'm in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Stick and move.
Exactly. So based on what you just said, the research, how did you kind of translate that, take that research? How did that research help you capture Ali's essence and bring authenticity to his portrayal in this series?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of YouTube University, right? There's books, for sure. But I also went to Louisville. So I went to where he came from to hear how those people talk, like that accent, that dialect is so specific. It's not Arkansas, it's not Texas, it's Louisville, Kentucky. So I went there, I spent 2 days by myself and just kind of went to his grave, went to the house he grew up in, and just spent some time really understanding who Muhammad Ali was as a person. And then that's kind of what I wanted to bring to my performance as Muhammad.
And another question for you, Don, what was it like working alongside Mr. Hart, who plays Chicken Man? And how did his portrayal of Chicken Man impact your performance and the dynamic between your characters?
Well, I tolerated it. I mean, I had to deal with it. It's like most of that stuff is green screen. When you see us, if you look carefully, you can see the line between. I had it in my contract. We have a 100-yard rule.
Yeah.
And he had to honor it. No, we had
football field.
Yeah, football field. No eye contact. All of that was happening. No, we had a great time. I've known Kevin for many, many years, and we had been trying for the last decade to figure out something to do, to try to find something to do together. We've had multiple scripts and multiple projects that have come and gone, but this one worked with the timing, and I had a great time. Yeah,
to do this?
Yeah, he and Will did, but
when I signed on, Don wasn't on yet.
Yeah,
so that was my Christmas present was when Don Cheadle signed on.
I was the last hire, and it was great. Look, I've worked with Taraji, Sam, Kevin before, Terrence. And I was really excited to have us all be under one roof and be working on this project with a really special story and a real great, centered heart.
Very good. Don Dexter, that's my time. Thank you so much for
Thank you so
speaking with me
much.
today.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one.